After months of anticipation, the lottery has finally happened, and we know what picks the Warriors will have. Golden State will have the 7th and the 14th overall pick in the upcoming draft. Now, Bob Myers has made it clear that the Warriors want to maximize what's left of Steph Curry's prime. Knowing this, it's very easy to see the Warriors moving these picks if an all-star level player hits the trade market. But in this video, we're going to assume the Warriors don't trade the picks and instead use them to draft young talent. If that's the case, who should the Warriors be looking at with their 2 lottery picks? This video will analyze prospects that the Warriors should consider with their 2 picks, but before we continue, please like the video and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I upload a banger. Now let's get started. Let's start off with players who the Warriors can take with the 7th pick. The player I like the most for the Warriors here is Donovan Mitchell. ESPN currently has Mitchell at number 7 on their board, and I believe his stock will continue to rise. After Caden Suggs, he's easily the best point guard in the draft. Mitchell is a third-year player out of Baylor that brings a lot to the table. He's a penetrating point guard that can get to the basket very easily thanks to his quickness and handle, and he's an excellent finisher. He's got up and unders, floaters, reverse layups, and all the below-the-rim moves that small guards need to finish amongst the trees. His playmaking ability also really stands out. He's a pass-first point guard that's always looking to set up his teammates for easy baskets. His shooting has also come a very long way. Last year, he only shot 32% from 3, but this year, he shot an impressive 45% from 3 on 5 attempts a game. Mitchell also brings a ton of value on the less glamorous end of the court, where he's a lockdown perimeter defender. Perhaps most importantly, he's a tough competitor that gives 110% every night, the type of player you want leading your team. For the Warriors, Mitchell should fit in immediately as a backup point guard behind Steph, and he could probably even play alongside Steph at times as a secondary ball handler. This is also a move that should help the Warriors in the long term. Steph Curry is playing at an MVP level, but he turns 34 next season. Mitchell could be the all-star level guard that leads the Warriors after Steph exits his prime. The next player we're going to talk about is Corey Kissbert out of Gonzaga. ESPN has him at 13 on their board, but I believe there's a good chance he goes in the top 10. Kissbert is a 4th-year player out of Gonzaga, and he can immediately be a big help to any team that drafts him. Kissbert is an absolute gunner. On the year, he shot 44% from 3 on 6 attempts a game. He works really well coming off screens and curls for catch-and-shoot opportunities. Kissbert's ability to move without the ball would definitely make him a good fit in the Warriors' motion offense. Furthermore, his ability to hit the 3 would space the floor for Steph Curry, and while the Warriors were a good 3-point shooting team this past season, you can never have enough elite shooters on the floor. Kissbert likely wouldn't start, but he would be a nice 3-point specialist for the Warriors to have off the bench. The last player I want to talk about with the 7th pick is Moses Moody. Now, Moody is ranked 18th on ESPN's draft board, but I think that's insane. Unless he has a really bad injury, there is no way Moody escapes the lottery, and I believe he's going in the top 10. Moody is another guy who should be able to instantly help the Warriors with his shooting ability. He's a good catch-and-shoot player, and he works well coming off movement for open looks. He isn't just a one-dimensional shooter because he can put the ball on the floor and score at the rim. He isn't an advanced ball handler, but he's definitely shown flashes of being a good shot creator, which is why he averaged 17 points per game for Arkansas. He can also make a big impact on the defensive end. He plays with effort on defense, and at 6'6" with a long 7-foot wingspan, he should be able to guard 1 through 3 at the NBA level. For the Warriors, Moody is someone that could be a solid 3-and-D player off the bench his first year, with the potential to be an even better player if he could continue to develop his offensive game. Now let's move on to players who will be available at pick 14. The first player I really like for the Warriors here is Franz Wagner. He's listed at 10 on ESPN's big board, but I think he could be available at pick 14. Wagner has a really good all-around game, and while he may not have the highest upside, he certainly can be an excellent role player. For Michigan, he was a lockdown defender that was usually given the job of D'ing up the other team's best player. He's got great lateral quickness, good size, and a high motor, which makes him a great defensive player. On offense, he can shoot the three ball, he can pass pretty well, and he can also get to the basket and finish at the rim. Again, he'll likely never average an incredible amount of points, but he does so many other things on the court that contribute to winning basketball. I think he has the potential to impact the game in a similar way like Andrei Kirilenko. For the Warriors, Wagner will likely be a bench player his first year, with the potential to become a high-level starter in just a few seasons. Next, let's take a look at Josh Giddy. He's ranked number 11 on ESPN's draft board, so he could be right there for the Warriors at pick 14. Giddy is a 6'8" international prospect who spent the last year playing for the NBL in Australia, which is very similar to LaMelo Ball. Like LaMelo, he plays the point guard position and he's an excellent playmaker. His court vision is ridiculous, allowing him to find open teammates from really tight angles, and his great size for the point guard position allows him to see over the defense. He's also got a really nice handle that allows him to get by defenders easily, and he finishes at the rim pretty well too. Now, he does have some areas that he needs to work on. He's a poor three-point shooter at this point, he's not a good defender, and at just 18 years old, he needs to add muscle, but his upside is truly tremendous if he can improve his weaknesses. He's a bit of a project, but he could be serviceable for the Warriors as a backup point guard in his first year. And as I said for Mitchell, he can lead the next era of Warriors basketball once Steph Curry leaves his prime. Lastly, let's look at James Bouknight. He's ranked 14th on ESPN's big board, which is right where the Warriors will be picking. Bouknight is a certified bucket, and he can score at all three levels. He has the ball on a string, and he can use it to either get all the way to the rim or create space for his pull-up jumper. His shot selection can be a bit iffy. He tends to rely a bit too much on tough mid-range pull-ups. He's very capable of making them, but he can settle when he should get all the way to the basket. He's also a very capable three-point shooter. He didn't shoot well from three last year, but his form and career 80% free throw percentage suggests that his outside shot will improve. He needs to get better as a passer and defender, but he can immediately make an impact in the NBA with his scoring. Bouknight is perfect for the six-man role, and the Warriors could use some more good offensive players on the second unit. Anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Those are 6 prospects that I think the Warriors should be strongly considering with their 2 lottery picks. What do you think of these prospects? And are there any prospects that I missed that you would like me to talk about? Let me know in the comments section. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video and want to see more dope content like this. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.